When you're practicing job interviews and you're applying for a lot of different jobs, it kind of just just gives you a little bit of insight into how it all works. So that was really valuable experience, just interviewing. And 3 is getting paid. So might as well make some money. Well, that was a really important course because you basically refined your resume. The whole course was kind of building your resume, and you really dig in and find what your skills are. We did this whole master resume thing, so you're just putting every skill you have, so you kind of find out that you maybe have more skills than you think that you do. So that was really valuable. And then once you have that master resume, you can pull from it when you're applying for certain jobs. You can pull out the skills that you need maybe for that job that you're applying for. The other thing was we did a lot of practice interviews. So for some people who get nervous, it's good to just have that practice. You get a lot of feedback as well. So definitely an important course to get you ready for interviewing for these co-op positions. I was very hardworking and I always took initiative. And I think part of that comes with especially being in a co-op position and wanting to sort of prove myself. So I got a lot of good feedback from my managers that I was always taking initiative, always trying to see what else I could do. So just basically very committed and dedicated worker. And because of that, they did give me all kinds of opportunities. I did get to do some traveling with them, and I've also, I've been invited back next season. So in a more full-time position, so I must have done something right. Make the most of your electives, actually, because there are quite a few electives required for the BBA. And I took a lot of them at the beginning, and I wasn't really sure what I wanted to take, so I took a lot of classes because I thought they'd be easy. And now, when I look back, there's actually some courses that would have been more interesting for me. Now that I've really found my kind of groove with school and everything, and now that I'm almost done, obviously, I'm starting to think of all the courses I wish I'd taken. So I would say use those electives wisely. Don't just take what you think is going to be easy. Take what you think is actually interesting. Apply to as many jobs as you can. Don't limit yourself to the job descriptions, because there's always something that you can offer. So just be really, really open and proactive with applying for jobs. What's the point in going to school if you have no experience when you leave? I think it's just really valuable. You have that extra something that maybe a student who just was all academics doesn't have. You have something on your resume. You're more likely to get a job when you've already worked. That's what I would say. I think it doesn't really make sense to leave it to the end, because you want to have that resume. You could just be the best student in the world, but if you have no idea how to translate that into a job, then what's the point of going to school? That is such a great opportunity. You have employers that know you're a student. That's a really good way to get your foot in the door, especially when they know that you are still learning. It just gives you that little kind of buffer, I'd say, between being a student and being a full-time employee. So to make the most of it, try out for, see what other jobs are out there. It's not every day that you'll have a list of jobs that are looking for a student to come and fill.